Welcome to another edition of DSGN View. Here we always examine the obstacles combating our nation, and we consciously think out of the box to offer alternative solutions and recommend long-term goals to solve them. My name is Oluwafumito Adeleye. Join me when I come back from this break. DSGN View, and on today's show we'll be discussing unemployment, which is a pressing issue in Nigeria, affecting millions of citizens and posing significant challenges for economic growth and social stability. The country, as we know, has one of the highest unemployment rates in the world, a situation exacerbated by a range of socio-political and economic factors. As of 2023, Nigeria, with a population exceeding 230 million, faces an unemployment rate of about 33%. This high level of unemployment not only affects economic productivity, but also contributes to rising poverty levels and social unrest. As we all know that the youth population, which constitutes a substantial segment of the Nigerian demographic, is particularly hard hit, with youth unemployment rates estimated at over 40%. The situation is compounded by a lack of adequate job creation mechanisms and a mismatch between educational outcomes and market demands. All right, we'll be looking at the causes. We'll also see the effects and possible solutions to unemployment in Nigeria. I'm not the only one on the show today, as you all know. I always have my ladies with me, and today a very special lady is also joining us on the show. So I have Linda Bayero with me. I also have Blessed Nwachukwu. Joining us today, we have Ajia Ramalifa.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. So it's nice to be on the show again today. So, like I said while I was giving my overview, I said we'll be looking at the rate at which unemployment has risen here in Nigeria. So I want to pick it from here. Educational mismatch. In what way has it contributed to we having unemployment rates here in Nigeria?
Well, the truth is just, like I always tell my colleague at times, that mismatch in education that leads to unemployment starts from our home. The reason is this: most of our kids, we want them to do what their friends are doing. We don't look for what is their strength, what are the things they can do on their own, so that they can be more effective whenever they get to the society.
Okay.
There's disconnection between the education system and market needs. Yes, there are. That is why we have a lot of unemployment in our society today. Okay. Some people like, okay, I am a marketer, you are a marketer. Now, you leave your marketing field, you want to go to production field. You know, it's quite different from each other.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's the kind of mismatch in that area.
That is just the fact. If there's a means of mismatching, there's no way unemployment will keep increasing. It is only service rendering that can just go generally. What I mean by service rendering is this: in your vicinity or your community, whatever, like, okay, what are they lacking here? Then you go into that, what they're lacking, you make your money.
Does it, if you don't have employment from the government, you
yes.
can actually improvise?
Yeah,
employ yourself.
Yes, right. God bless you, you can employ yourself. So in that area, we can say educational mismatch does not really affect. But in a situation whereby you want to go to government, prestata, you want to be one of those people that will be, yes, you want to be in the office, and yet you don't have the criteria, you don't have the qualification, forget about it. There's going to be.
Remember, there is one of my neighbors that studied Islamic studies,
okay,
and she ended up in the bank.
How can you?
Yes, she studied Islamic studies, but she ended up in the bank. But that's due to corruption in our system.
Sorry, because sorry to cut you short. You studied Islamic studies.
Yes.
Where exactly do you want to work with that?
The inscription.
I think that should be a teacher. If I'm not mistaken. But why you find yourself in
I
that
think the reason why she ended up in the bank is because of corruption in our society. Because if you have somebody in that bank and there's an opening, he can possibly fix you in there. You
not
understand?
employing
Yeah,
someone that actually
that's what-
studied
yes,
banking,
yes.
and you now employing someone that studied Islamic. I don't get
Then
it.
you have a lot of bankers roaming the street without jobs.
And in that case, that can bring another causes.
It is
Not
part of
employment.
it. It's
Okay,
part of
let's
it.
take for instance, everything has its own. They call it its own way of doing things. Sometimes I call it a tactic. Everything has. How do you want to do it at the end of the day? Because I know every day they balance their sheet before they close. That in that case, somebody that has to be in 2-3 tables will not be in 4-5 tables to come and help somebody who does not have idea of doing that.
The
So
truth about that is they go for training. That is what they would use to
Exactly.
cover up.
They
go
be
for
trained
training. Yes. they
now
go
let
for
me ask you a
training.
question, Blessing.
But no matter how they train you, you cannot be
Be
as
a
professional as
as
more professional
as
as
someone
that
that studied that course.
They would not. This is Nigeria. This is our country. So
So that,
Oh my
but the
God.
truth is just we just have to make sure we do it the right way. Others are doing it so that we can get different results.
Well,
And I
yeah.
also want to say passion. You understand?
Okay.
Sometimes you have passion for a particular thing,
Okay.
and because you don't get admission, you understand into you.
Into that
Yes,
what you have
into
the
that,
passion for.
yes, what
Okay.
you have passion for. For instance, I want to study mass communication, and I applied and I don't get the admission.
and you are giving public.
Maybe business administration.
Okay.
That is not my passion. That is not what I really want to study. You understand? So even when I get to study that, I will not focus. Because the interest is not
It's
there.
not there.
You understand?
Moderator, if I'm not digressing, another crucial part of aspect of the causes of unemployment in our country, Nigeria, if you would agree with me, is economic instability. Economic instability in our country right now is a huge factor to unemployment in Nigeria right now, because most especially because of the fluctuation. The fluctuation of our money, of our exchange rates and everything. So, if you look at Nigeria vividly, you know that the basic factor here determining our currency and everything is oil.
Sure.
And when we have fluctuation in oil prices, it's going to,
It's
affect
a lot of
a lot of
yes.
things. It will affect the economy. It will affect a lot of businesses. So I feel like economic instability is one of the major causes of unemployment in Nigeria.
Now, can we look at overpopulation
Yeah.
as another contributing factor to unemployment in Nigeria? Because it seems as if we are all we are becoming many.
Yes.
And yet
Day by day.
use.
People are just giving birth, I'm not saying we shouldn't give birth, but there should be a control measure to the number of children that people are giving birth to.
Now let's not even talk about the number of Nigerians. Let's focus on numbers of graduates that we have now. Just take a look at number of graduates we have.
Okay, meaning we have people coming out of school
Without
job.
You understand? Yes. We have a lot of graduates. The only thing that helps some graduates is this NYSC, National Youth Service Scheme.
Okay.
You do that for 1 year. After that, like our certificates are still under our box. There are no jobs.
Job creations.
You spend a lot of money. You understand, in school, studying, hoping that when we were kids growing up, we thought it was easy to get jobs. So you see this one saying, I want to be a banker, I want to be a mass communicator,
That's what you just said.
I want to be this, I want to be that.
I want to say because of that, we should talk about effect of unemployment.
Yeah.
Because someone who okay, I want to be in the office, I want to sit there, I want to be, I want to knock on that tie, and yet the person is not getting it well. Mental health. Yes, it will affect the person psychologically only if there's alternative. And the alternative is maybe another way of an individual is getting something into the pocket or on the table for the family. So the person might not even overtake. But you don't have it done, there's no way. So one of the effects is it will affect some people's mental health.
Some people will go into depression.
Yes, that's why you see drugs abuse will come in. Like if I use this drug, I will sleep so that I will not remember anything. You know, it has a lot of effect.
It increases the rate at which people think and they feel useless.
And you know, Ajia, because of this thing you said, that because of the high population, people going to mental depression.
Yes.
Do you know now our youth have started saving in order to move out of the country? Great
And
some people are working and then saving their salary in order to travel out of the country. That is why we have a lot of brain drain in our society. We have all the professionals traveling out of the country and we are left with quacks. And you can imagine, you live in Nigeria to go for medical checkup abroad and you end up seeing a Nigerian doctor attending to you
over there.
Yes.
Once you are the first part is the resources you earn in Nigeria,
look at the kind of money you spend in order to travel out. You pay for your ticket, pay for your visa,
and yet the money is
is another person, is your fellow Nigerian that
you're
is taking care of.
Even you generated the money here in Nigeria. So you are not returning it back to Nigeria. How do you want that kind of country to progress?
Actually, you are saying they are receiving it here in Nigeria. What are they receiving in Nigeria?
No, what I mean is what I mean is I said the money you want to take to
use to travel.
You generated it in
Yes, you
Nigeria.
had that money
So
here.
anyway, it's returning back to Nigeria. That will have
So because they are not returning it back to Nigeria, that is why our people are traveling out of the country. If you have the opportunity, blessing, won't you travel out?
No, you should have asked me that question.
Okay,
Like I told you that if you have arranged, you worry.
Actually, I don't tell me you want to gather anything.
You said what? If there's opportunity, I will.
You will.
But that just didn't look like time with anyway.
Can we look at social unrest?
That's another crucial aspect. That's another one we are about to discuss. You see, when there is high rate of unemployment in the country, there will be social unrest. Definitely. Because unemployed youth, unemployed youth will definitely
increase.
You know, they will definitely turn into crime. They will turn into crime. You don't provide them job. Where do you expect them to get money to feed themselves to be okay?
And
they will turn to Yahoo.
They
will turn to talks. They will turn to definitely. Even we the parents, we will not have rest in our homes. We will sleep with one eye open and one eye closed.
That's one of the reasons you can see people will keep praying. You know what? God, help my son. Help my daughter. Help everything.
To see a good job.
Even people who are having good job, they'll say, I'm sorry for going to my hometown. So if there are a lot of things that I call it hindrances that can just make unemployment to be eradicated. We should look at it from that aspect. Let's look at it from that so that we can just make corrections. And I want to say, let's go to possible solutions. For me, I want to say we should please, every individual in Nigeria should make sure his or her child have a skill.
Thank you, Ajia. That's a very, very important note that you have made there. All right, viewers, it's been nice having you on the show. I want us to go to the street as usual and hear the view of those on the street.
We are to look at the youth unemployment in Nigeria, its problems and solutions. In economics, the youth form the engine room of any economy because the youth are supposed to be fully engaged in production or production activities, not job for them. It causes factors who are not far-fetched. I remember vividly most of the industries that engaged this youth were sold out. That led to the demise of most of the industries and led to the unemployment we are talking about today. There's a saying that says, an idle hand is the devil workshop. That's why you should find them in all sorts of criminalities today. Cybercrime, kidnapping, robbery, and so on and so forth. The way out. All leaders at all sectors of various sectorial, of various strata, we have to sit up. The local government chairman, state governors, our president is doing the needful. Once you invest heavily, as the president is doing now, on various developmental program, infrastructural projects, you engage the youth and you set the economy growing.
Welcome back, viewers. This is still DSGN View, where we think out of the box to offer alternative solutions to some challenges we face here in Nigeria. All right, ladies, part of things that came to my mind while we were listening to the view of those in diaspora is the fact that there's what we call nightlife in diaspora, whereby you have the opportunity to run 2-3 jobs at the same time. Now, is that applicable? Is it possible to have something like that here in Nigeria, that you can have where you go in the morning and in the night you also have somewhere you go whereby you can have your earnings in 2 or 3 places?
It's my possible for people. You want to say something? Okay, it's my possible for people who are night guide.
Those that will call
some of them, they have something doing in the morning, in the night they still go and be a guide somewhere. You get it? But I don't want to say it is not possible. It might be possible. Reason is that just the lives of some company in this Nigeria, they run shifts. Morning, afternoon, night shift. So, but the truth is, you can only work one with them. It's either you work in the morning, afternoon, or night. Only if you have that kind of work elsewhere, like, okay, I want to be doing money with you.
Yes, that's what I actually mean.
It's the chance is so slim in Nigeria.
In Nigeria.
Yeah, because it's, I want to say, let's say 20%. Reason is this, we don't, I don't want to say we don't have security, but let's say our security sector is not that fair. For anybody like, I want to go outside in the night.
Safety in the night to go and work.
Not only safety, the opportunities are not there.
Another thing.
You know, abroad they have so many opportunities. You can have 2-3 jobs. In Nigeria, you've not gotten one. You are talking about having 2, having shift. That is only common with medical practitioners here in Nigeria. I noticed that. You know, because of their profession, they are needed. You understand? So we have nurses running.
It's common in media houses too.
Yes.
But if you are a freelancer, you work with 2-3 stations. But you won't get paid. You can only be on commission.
So you see that you're not being paid. So you can get it. But what if you want to be paid?
Can we quickly look at any possible solutions? Yes, that you said.
Infrastructure development. If the government can set up all these innovative ideas, innovative things, infrastructural development, it will help to increase employment rate in Nigeria.
Like providing enough electricity supply, you know, to make people employed by themselves.
Promoting agricultural practice. You know, I have passion for agriculture.
I know you are agricultural woman.
So allow me to talk about agriculture. I like farming so much. If you get to look at agriculture, so you know that.
Might be that slogan, no farmer, no nation, right?
Of course. So if you take a look at agriculture, you see that it's our next oil money. There's money in agriculture.
Yes, that's what the lives of all over the lives have been
capital intensive.
So that's why we need shipping this one. Vocational skill. It is very essential. It makes you self-employed. When you are employed, so many people. So before you know it, we get enough surplus of employment in Nigeria.
All right, ladies, it's been nice having you on the show. It's as if we shouldn't end today's show, but I'm sure we can still do justice to this topic and another time. Thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
All right, viewers, it's been nice having you to join us today, and I'm sure you've learned 1 or 2 things, and you've actually enjoyed the show. Join us on this same dial, and we'll love to hear from you on our social media handles you like, follow, and also comments. It's been nice having you. I remain Oluwafumito Adeleye. And this still remains DSGN View. See you. Bye-bye.